It's really about the audience.
It made me feel that my story mattered.
It just strikes home. That's about me.
There's nothing ephemeral or abstract about it at all. It is literally about the people in the room.
Playback is always relevant to the audience because it's their story.
Playback is about listening very carefully to individual specific stories in the audience and then transforming them. It's also about finding where the resonances are, where these stories may in some way not just be specific, but may also be universal. So, this is the story of Susan in an ultralight.
Relax, 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 relax.
Stories are fundamental to human nature. It's been said that stories are to the human experience what facts are to science. And the Playback Theatre methodology, which was developed over 30 years ago now by Jonathan Fox in New York, grew out of his research into the oral tradition. Today there are literally hundreds of playback theatre companies all over the world, across 5 continents, that range everywhere from the most community grassroots to the most professional. So how does playback actually work? We were invited last year by the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation to perform at the St. Lawrence Centre for a fundraiser. It starts with a welcoming of the audience. The actors sit on boxes and listen to audience members' stories. Our musician listens as well through the ear of an improvisational music performer. And then the conductor welcomes the audience to come down out of their seats to share their experiences. People are invited to just sit back and listen, or those who wish to share can step forward. We interview them, hearing the details of the story. They have a chance to cast the actors in the various roles. The actors take those images, they put them into physical imagery, into motion, into drama, into scene work, as well as into more metaphorical expressions. And we get to see the story played out, transformed. Concluding with an opportunity after the applause to speak with the teller about what it was like for them to actually see their story presented in front of everybody. We're actually seeing real human beings telling real stories and transforming them authentically into art before our eyes.
I have, yes, that's right. You do. It's on the charts here. Yeah. And I'm sorry to report this to you, but you have been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Sometimes with pain, there are also blessings.
This troupe in particular, the actors are exceptional. Christopher Von Baer is a gifted facilitator. He hears and sees with, I think, a third ear and a third eye. He really deeply understands how to surface stories from people.
And then the company had this marvelous ability to reinterpret those stories.
If someone were an outsider and not knowing that this was completely organic, completely improvisational, it was done so well that at times it appeared as if this had been rehearsed. I had to keep reminding myself that no, these questions just came randomly from us, so these guys are amazing.
The team is so talented and skilled and intuitive and aligned with the people in the audience that you feel like it's not improv, it's masterpiece theater.
So what does playback theatre actually look like in relationship to our clients and our partners? The Center for Addiction and Mental Health in Toronto, teaming together with Mount Sinai Hospital, invited Playback to come and present at a one-day forum for equity and diversity trainers. We go through a meticulous process with our clients about what they would like to achieve, who they would like to hear from, what ideas they would like to engage the community within. How can we facilitate a process where individuals who have an important story to tell, who hold an important piece of the story, of the corporate story, have a chance to step forward and communicate it? In this particular case, a gentleman stepped forward and spoke about his love for his work, at the same time his frustrations with the reality that he didn't have much of a career path.
It's a neat feel to get into. You're seeing some effects, however slow they may be, but it's more a personal thing of what's my next step. And there's no department. Like there's no you know.
What happens?
president of diversity.
So choose someone to be you.
This gentleman.
Yeah, Mike?
Yeah.
Let's watch.
Just been hired as a diversity trainer. I'm gonna do so much. I have so much power to make changes. I'm so ambitious.
Okay, so if what you're proposing there, Jill, is that if we have that festival in, oh no, hold on a second, that's during Ramadan, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's not gonna work. We'll reschedule. Yeah.
You've been doing well so far, huh? Helping people.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way.
That's right. What's next?
Is that it? Is this as far as I can go in this field?
That was so right on. Like, people all around me are moving up a defined ladder. But the way that they presented it had such an impact personally, but I also saw a lot of people relating to my story. I was amazed at how quickly the players managed to capture the entire story that I was telling and portray it in a way that was both sensitive, respectful, kind, and quite generous.
The fact that we were so organic and interactive and participatory really made a difference in people actually feeling comfortable and safe enough to share their stories.
I think this kind of experience is so rare for us as trainers and in the work, so really quite a precious moment.
Yes, I see your hand. Please, come on up.
I think it should exist in every community, and every workplace should have this going on.
It has great group building and team building and community building components.
It allows for people to be in an environment that facilitates them talking about what's really bugging them.
I think that tools like Playback have the ability to break those one-way mirrors, to open up perspectives.
Playback comes into the community anywhere, anytime, and can bring healing.
And it's a different way of us engaging and interacting and talking about really difficult issues.
Everyone in this room has a story that matters.